Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, if you're new here and you've stumbled upon my page, I hope that you'll check me out and then consider hitting that subscribe button. While you're down there, you might as well hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date every single time I drop some new content. I'm EVE and this is The M Effect.
I think I started something.
Alright y'all, so today's video is all about Tom Ford. Alright, so Tom Ford as a fragrance brand, to me, I find it quite interesting. Or better yet, I find it quite eclectic. Overall, I have said a word or two or 10 about just the brand, the perfume brand in general. There are a lot of fragrances that I just don't get and I don't understand. And I know a lot of people have the same sentiments. However, for somebody who has talked about Tom Ford not in the most positive light in the past, I do have quite a few that I want to share with you because these are ones that I actually do enjoy. So I know I've mentioned in a couple videos in the past that I was going to share my Tom Ford collection with you. So that is what we're doing today. So I'm going to share and I'm also going to rank them from my least favorite to my most favorite. So if you're interested in seeing who gets number 10 and who gets number 1, and if I haven't already said it, I have 10 fragrances that I'm going to share with you. But if you're interested to see what they are, keep on watching. All right, so coming in at number 10, we have Neroli Portofino. I just talked about this in my video about the fragrances that I took on vacation. And although I did not bring this with me, this is a good one that you can bring as a nice, refreshing type of scent. So this has a lot of notes in it. And I will say ahead of time that a lot of these fragrances have quite a few notes in it. And I think that contributes to the uniqueness of the Tom Ford fragrance brand. So this has a lot of notes in it, but it does open up citrusy. So it has your lemon, your mandarin orange, your bitter orange, it has bergamot in it, and of course it has neroli. And that's what I mainly get from this fragrance. If I'm being 100% honest, I really do not pull for this as much as I would have liked to. And that's why it's in the 10th spot. In that prior video, I did also mention that I discovered when I pair this with my Sol de Janeiro fragrance, it gives me the vibe of Sun-Dazed, and I enjoy it a little bit more. So I've only worn this maybe like 3 or 4 times by itself. I mainly grab this when I want to layer it with something else and add a green touch to it. But it's a nice scent, but it's not like the best of the best, again, which is why it's sitting in the 10th spot. I don't pull for this like I should. This is strictly for me a summer type fragrance, but even in the summertime I find that I am gravitating more towards other fragrances versus this one. I'm also realizing that I prefer Orange Blossom more than I do Neroli, but if they're paired together, that's a perfect mix because Orange Blossom is sweeter than Neroli. This is more of a greener portion of the plant, whereas Orange Blossom is the sweeter version. So this gets the 10th spot. It's a really great summer fragrance, but I have been neglecting this one as far as wearing it on its own. But if you enjoy Neroli, if you enjoy that citrusy opening, get your nose on this one and see how it works for you. So that is Neroli Portofino in the 10th spot. So coming in at spot number 9, we have Champaca Absolute. Now this is another fragrance that I've spoken about in the past quite a bit ago, and it was about fragrances that I've been neglecting, and this was one of the culprits in there. So since that video, I have been pulling for this more, but if I'm being 100% honest, I could have done better in that space. I'm not really sure why I do not naturally gravitate towards this fragrance because it is a very pretty fragrance. So this is it's an oriental floral scent. So on the top you've got your cognac and your bergamot. In the middle is where your florals are. So you've got the Champaca flower, you've got some jasmine, and on the bottom you've got sandalwood and your vanilla. Now to me, I get springtime vibes. I get like a springtime picnic, like a nice date, a nice picnic date would suit this well. A nice dressed up event during the day would suit this well. You could also take this into the night because of that booziness that you get in here, but it's not a heavy boozy type of scent. It's more of an, I don't want to say aromatic. It's more of a light and bubbly type of booziness that I would get from, that I would say that you get from this fragrance, but very pretty. It's more powdery to me. Yeah, it's more powdery than creamy to me, but it's such a lovely scent. Now, like I said, it sits perfectly for springtime in my opinion. You could wear this in the summer, but I think this would play well with some type of cool breeze, like just hitting your skin and it wafting off in the air. So Champaca Absolute needs to get more wear for me, but for now it sits in the 9th spot. Coming in at number 8, we have Black Orchid, the infamous Black Orchid. Now, I feel like everyone knows about this fragrance, but this is a polarizing scent indeed. You either like this or you hate this. And I happen to really, really like this. Actually, I love this scent. This is a beautiful fragrance that would do, it would do numbers in the wintertime, okay? You're gonna get compliment left and right. For someone who can appreciate a scent like this, you're gonna get compliments left and right. I've always been complimented when I wear this scent. So this is your truffle. You have ylang ylang in here, but mainly I get patchouli. I get chocolatey patchouli that is wrapped in vanilla and sandalwood, basically is what I get from here. So that patchouli and that chocolate note, it's heavy. It is heavy. So if you're not a fan of patchouli, then that's probably why some people struggle with this scent. But that with the truffle on top, it's just a very eclectic type of scent. Like I said, Tom Ford, he goes out of the box when it comes to his fragrances. And a lot of them, some of them, let me say some of them I can really appreciate, and I definitely appreciate that from this one. So this is Black Orchid in spot number 8. In the number 7 spot, we have Effing Fabulous. Now, if you've been on my channel any, you know that I do not like leathery type scents. However, there are some exceptions. This is a beautiful leathery type scent. This is one of the few leather fragrances that I actually can do. So this is, to me, this is a powdery, dressed up type of leather. It's not like fresh car scent leather. This is leather that's been done up a little. It's been made up a little, so it smells a little bit sweeter, a little bit prettier, not to emasculate it or anything, but this is a leather that I can definitely do. So you've got your clary sage and your lavender on top, and then it has bitter almond and orris in the middle, and then at the bottom is where it has the tonka bean and your amber. So I really feel like because that leather is dressed up with so many different sweet aspects, it's done right for me to be able to wear and actually enjoy it on my skin. So love this scent. It's a warm, creamy, powdery leather. I can definitely dig this one. Like, I truly enjoy this scent that much to want to repurchase this. So this is Effing Fabulous in 7th place. So coming in at number 6, we have Vanille FATALE. Now, y'all know how much I love vanilla, and this is a beautiful vanilla, but it's not my most favorite vanilla out of all the vanillas that I have in my collection, but it's a beautiful vanilla within itself. So this has a lot of notes. So some of the notes that stand out to me are the rum, the myrrh. It's got a little bit of spiciness on top. I want to say there's like some saffron or something on top, and then it also has tobacco. It has some patchouli as well, and of course vanilla, but it has a slew of notes in here. This to me is a lightly spiced vanilla. It's got a little bit of booziness, and it dries down powdery. So it opens up with a little booziness, and then it dries down to this powdery vanilla. Very pretty. I do enjoy it, but like I said, it's not my most favorite vanilla in my collection, but I do appreciate what this gives. This isn't the same as Tobacco Vanille, where it also has tobacco. Tobacco Vanille gives more of a deeper, sexier punch versus this, which I feel like is more of an everyday type of vanilla. Everyday, slightly amped up type of vanilla. Slightly elevated. That's the word. Slightly elevated type of vanilla. So beautiful vanilla, and this comes in at number 6. So coming in at number 5, we have Santal Blush. Now this is such a beautiful sandalwood fragrance, and y'all know how much I love my woods, especially sandalwood. To me, this is a dried, spiced type of sandalwood scent. However, here recently, I've been getting subtle hints of creaminess coming from here. And I don't know if that has anything to do with just the changing seasons and my body chemistry in those seasons, but I've sprayed this a few times in the springtime, and I've sprayed this once, maybe twice here in the 100+ temps, but I absolutely love this fragrance. So like I said, it's mainly a dried spice scent. So it has your cinnamon, it has your caraway, it has carrot seed on top. And then in the middle, you have your ylang ylang, you have jasmine, you have rose. In the bottom, you have your musk, you have your sandalwood, and I love this scent. So plays perfect in the fall time. Definitely think you can get away with this year round, but I think the fall time is the prime time for this to shine the best. But like I said, I'm getting more of creamy hints here and there as I'm wearing this in warmer temperatures. So I don't know. If you've tried this in the summer or springtime, what does this give you? Because I wasn't expecting the creaminess. I mainly got just dry, but it's a beautiful dry nonetheless. But also when I think about this, this triggers a nostalgic feeling of pencil shavings. So I just think about me going to the pencil sharpener, sharpening my pencil, and that aroma of sandalwood. This is what I get from that. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So Santal blush comes in at number 5. So in the 4th spot is Soleil Neige. Now this one actually took me by surprise because I was not expecting to love this one as much as I do. But this is so pretty to me. And Soleil Blanc gets a lot of hype, so this one doesn't get as much of the limelight like Soleil Blanc, but it really should, y'all. It really should. So this is a fragrance that was meant to be for the winter time, fall winter time, whereas Soleil Blanc was meant to be, you know, your summertime fragrance. But this can actually serve for both seasons, in my opinion. So this has bergamot, carrot seeds, orange blossom, white flowers, your benzoin, and your vanilla. And this gives off just a cool vibe, like a cool kind of tone. So in the winter, it makes sense. In the winter, when I smell this, I think about a white winter wonderland. However, when I smell this in the summer, I also think about a cool, refreshing drink, specifically like a mojito. And that's kind of what this, so that bergamot on top kind of gives me that cool mojito, refreshing type of drink. You're sitting by the pool, you're hot, and you want a cool refresher. That's what this scent gives me, and I love it. This is a perfect, this doesn't get enough love, okay? But I absolutely love this, and I wore this a ton in 2021. This is one of the fragrances, if I had to give out an award for one of the most worn fragrances of the year of 2021, this would have been in that lineup because I wore this a lot. So I definitely know that I would be repurchasing this once this runs out. This is Soleil Neige in the 4th spot. All right, you guys, so we've made it to the top 3, and in 3rd place, we have Noir Pour Femme. Now, I absolutely love this fragrance, and I know a lot of you love this as well, and for good reason. Such a gorgeous scent. Now, I'm not sure if this is officially categorized as a gourmand fragrance, but if it is, this is definitely a gourmand that I can do. I love this. So this has got ginger, it's got bergamot, it's got sandalwood, it's got vanilla, but it's best known for the kulfi note that's in here. And kulfi is said to be an Indian dessert, and so it's a frozen custard that is similar to ice cream, but ice cream is whipped, and so when they melt, the kulfi will melt slower versus the ice cream. So just interesting fact there. So this is a warm, sweet, creamy, woody scent, and it opens up with a little bit of brightness and a kick from that ginger, but as it dries down, it gets creamier, it gets lovelier, it gets so good. I absolutely love this scent. I don't know if this is discontinued. You know, they're good for discontinuing scents that we just all love, so not sure if this is being discontinued, but if it's not, I will definitely have it linked at the bottom. But this is Noir Pour Femme, and it's in the 3rd spot. All right, so second place is Soleil Blanc. So I just got through talking about this fragrance. I absolutely love Soleil Blanc, and I really feel like this is a staple summer scent. This is definitely a fragrance that you take with you on any type of tropical vacation. This is your tuberose, your ylang ylang, your cardamom. This is all the summer vibes, y'all. Soleil Blanc is a stunner, and she is very well known for great reason. This is a wonderful fragrance, and I do not see me not having this ever in my collection. This is a automatic re-up as soon as I get down to a little bit, which I think I'm there. I can't really see where my dent is, but there is a significant dent in this fragrance. I don't have to go into much depth with Soleil Blanc. Y'all know who she is. Y'all know what she does. She gives all the feels. She gives all the vibes. This is probably the epitome of a great summertime experience. I just, just give me all the suntan vibes, okay? Give me all the suntan vibes with this one. Beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous summer fragrance. I love her, but she comes in at second place because there's one that just does it just a little bit more than this one does, but beautiful nonetheless. Beautiful, beautiful nonetheless. Soleil Blanc in second place. All right, so we are down to the number one spot, all right? The number one Tom fragrance for me and my collection is Oud Wood. Y'all, if you have watched my channel at all, I've spoken about this quite a few times, and I absolutely, positively love this scent. If you notice, this is the only big bottle. This is the only 100 ml bottle that I have of all of my Tom Ford fragrances. It's because that's how much I love this one. I knew I did not want to get the 50 ml because I love this one. So this has several different types of wood. It has your agar wood, which is your oud, of course. Then it has Brazilian rosewood and sandalwood. And then you've got your spices in there. It's got some Szechuan pepper, which just tops it off perfectly. And then you've got the sweetness from the tonka bean and vanilla. So the oud in here is not strong at all. It's very aromatic. And the tonka bean and the vanilla just help sweeten the edges of that starky type of wood that you would normally get from oud, but not deep, not heavy at all, but it's so beautiful. And the reason why I have this at the number one spot is because this is such a versatile type of fragrance. You can wear this to work, you can wear this to brunch, you can wear this to happy hour, you can wear this for date night. The sweetness in here, the spiciness in here, it's just a well-rounded type of oud, and for it to be an oud center type of fragrance, I think it's done so well, y'all. This is such a gorgeous, versatile, everyday type of fragrance, and for me, it gets the number one spot because I can wear this through all seasons, through any type of terrain. I am going to get noticed with this scent. Now, this is marketed for men, but really this is a unisex fragrance in my opinion. I know quite a few women who own this. I also know quite a few women who don't really care for this. But if you are one who is open to experiencing different types of fragrances, especially unisex fragrances, I highly recommend that you consider Oud Wood. This smells great on a man, but this smells damn good on a woman too. So I'm just saying, Oud Wood is oud good, and that is why it's the number one spot. All right, so that was my Tom Ford lineup, and you might think it's a bit unconventional because you didn't see your Rose Prick, you didn't see your Lost Cherry, you didn't see your Tobacco Vanille, which I think are all great fragrances. They just didn't make it to full-size bottle for me. Lost Cherry is a really nice fragrance. I did own a travel size of that. But once I got through that, I didn't have the urge to want to buy a full-size bottle, primarily because the lasting power on that scent is very subpar, but it is a nice scent nonetheless. But yeah, and Bitter Peach is one that I just don't vibe with very well, so I definitely wasn't going to try to add that one to my collection either. Overall, I love the fragrances that I have in my collection. Like I said, Tom Ford is an eclectic brand that I truly can appreciate now that I've progressed in my fragrance journey, but I know for most, a lot of his fragrances are challenging. So I will urge you, if you see one that you like, try it on skin first. Tom Ford is a fragrance that you cannot judge off paper. You need to try it on your skin and see how it works on your skin. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what your top 2 Tom Ford fragrances are. And if you have a third, go ahead and leave that for me too, okay? If you haven't already, please consider subscribing as well as hitting the notification bell so you can stay up to date with me. And guys, until the next time, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.